Welcome back. This is Wix
This is Wix. This is this is Blumpy and Ducky, and welcome back. It's episode 7 or something.
Roughly. We'll figure that out.
Roughly.
Only time will tell.
Post-production.
I feel like I should be doing some more with the townsfolk. Cause like I was really focused on building that silo, but I totally like.
Dude, you gotta introduce yourself.
Introduce me. Oh, that's right. How many people have I met? Whoa. Reach farming level 1 and craft a scarecrow. Build a coop. Initiation, deeper in the mine. 23. Who the fuck am I missing?
You missing 5.
Did I meet Marnie?
I don't know. We were skipping through people.
I feel like I'm missing Marnie.
I won't go say hi to Marnie. She seems like a stand-up folk.
She raises cows.
Okay, yeah, she's definitely one. Piggies.
Oh, okay. Zeus. My Snoop
Zeus
blooper is in here
pretty.
now. I met that bitch.
Marnie, I don't think you'd met Marnie.
Yeah. So that should be 24?
Because you'd met the little girl before.
Oh, that's right, I did.
You must introduce yourself to the pigs as well.
To the what?
To the pigs. We came in here and talked to these guys.
Yes, we did.
Jody, Willie, and whoever that kid was.
Willie's
out
the
with a guitar.
fisherman.
Is
Have I
he?
been in here?
Bro, we were skipping through people.
I haven't met you.
Emily.
Like, so there's this person I know named Emily. I don't know what happened to her. I just like assume that she moved away. But she was like a childhood friend. Oh, this is Lewis's house. I don't give a fuck. But she was like the funniest person I've ever met at the time of my age. Haven't met you, you grouchy fuck.
Oh, George is a new guy for sure. What about his wife? Did you
I
talk
already
to
met
his wife at
Evelyn.
all?
Yeah, I talked to her. She does like the flower beds and stuff. I'm pretty sure I already talked to her. That's that old hoe.
I don't remember. Oh, yeah.
And then I met Alex because he was like, you and I would get along just fine.
It's like a saw, dude.
So,
Saw, dude.
you know,
Yeah, that's Alex.
I've realized something. So,
What?
you know who Craig Ferguson is, right? He did like one of the
course.
Tonight Show things. So I loved his show just because like he's so Scottish and it's just funny as shit. So he put a comedy special out on Netflix, and I can still hear Zeus whining. Be quiet. I watched it, and I gotta say I'm a little disappointed. You know, because like I watched his shows, and his shows were funny, but his comedy skit, like, it just wasn't that funny. Like, the main thing for it, it was called Tickle Fight. And, like, immediately that kind of got me cracking up. I was like, Tickle Fight.
Yeah.
But, like, there's, like, 1 or 2
Oh,
times that I
Shane.
laughed. That's Sebastian.
Whatever. He looks like a Shane to me.
He looks like a little bitch. Destroying adolescence for ages. But
Yes.
so Craig Ferguson, watching his show and everything, there's a very limited amount of time that I laughed, you know, and I was kind of like, oh, I'm super disappointed, I guess. So that kind of that put me in a sour mood. I was like, man, he was so funny, and now he just fucking sucks.
He didn't live up to it.
Yeah. But then I started thinking about it, like, further into thought. I'm like, it's really hard for people to be a comedian nowadays. I mean, we've had hundreds of years where comedy's been, like, the in thing, you know? So there's, like, comedy specials all the time. There's...
Yeah.
So...
It's hard to stand out.
Yeah. I mean, it's really hard to make a joke because someone else has already done it somewhere. So, like, when we were recording before, I talk about Game Grumps because I fucking love Game Grumps. And, like, if I ever got to, like, if I even got an email from one of them, like Dan or Aaron or Brian, like any of them, I would probably just shit my pants right then and there. Even Ross, I've played a couple of his games on Mario Maker, and, like, I was super pissed. But I talk about Game Grumps a lot, but, like, one of the problems is when we do these voices and stuff, I try really hard not to have a voice that's similar to theirs because it feels like I'm somehow copywriting it, you know? But it's like super difficult to come up with like original shit because someone else somewhere has done it, and like I can see why it's so difficult for people to like do stand-up now, you know, because you can go up and you can make, like, South Park, no one will beat South Park when it comes to making fun of Trump, okay?
Oh,
Making
yeah,
Mr.
for
Garrison Trump and then having fucking Caitlyn Jenner as his running whatever she is. Buckle up, buckaroos. Like, you just can't beat that. You can't fucking top it. It's just too damn funny.
It's a new slime.
I know, it's a big slime. It's Papa Slime.
Bad
But
slime.
it's really hard, and like the stand-up comedians that are still funny, like the new ones, and they come out and they're super funny and like their shit's original, like I give them a huge round of applause. It's like, it's difficult to be original nowadays because everything's been done. It's just,
It's either it's been done, or you have to take the political jump of, I'm going to be the shittiest of human beings and make a joke at somebody's expense.
Yeah, and that's difficult too, because like you become a social pariah. So like Seth MacFarlane was a good example. So I went through and I read this article about why people hate him, because I love Seth MacFarlane. Like, he just cracks my shit up. And like people go through and they're like, everything he does is offensive. Everything this, it's politically incorrect. It's making fun of an entire group of people. It does this. So it's like, you know how there's racist parts with Cleveland.
Yeah.
Like that episode when Peter first meets Cleveland and they're in the car and they have like the KKK following them, and Peter's like, oh my god, do you see that? And he's like, I sure do. And he's like, we're being followed by ghosts. And Cleveland just kind of gives him that look of, really?
You ignorant mother.
Oh.
Wait, why is there a slime just chilling over there?
Cause there's monsters at night, remember? I don't want to fight you.
You literally haven't had enough energy to stay awake until nighttime.
I know, this is the first time. This is a milestone. Bug meat.
Oh, that bug meat. That good stuff.
The good kush. But I don't know. So it's just really hard for people to be funny nowadays, because like you will offend someone. So like I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a lot of hate for that gender study comment we were talking about earlier. But like
you fight your battles.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some, you know. But everyone's entitled to their opinion, you know. But like how it is nowadays is like, if you have an opinion about so perfect example, I had one of my professors, I think he was just an English and a history teacher, but he taught my history. And I had a conversation with him one day. He's like, I have a very unpopular opinion. I'm like, oh? And he was talking to me about his unpopular opinion, and he was saying that he looks at like people being transgender, like he says do what you want, because like no matter what, it's not your business, you know.
Yeah.
So like I don't care if you're transgender. Like I'm not saying I don't care about you or what. No, I'm saying I don't care about your decisions. Like it doesn't affect me. So
your life
like,
choices don't affect my life choices.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not that I hate you or like I
that lily
whatever.
pad had a flower on it. This is so cool.
Yeah. So it's just, oh shit, that was the wrong thing. It's not that if I disagree with it or agree with it, like that's my prerogative, you know, that's the great thing about having an opinion.
Yeah.
But he's telling me like, oh, I've got an unpopular opinion. I look at people who go through these surgeries to be transgender as body mutilation. And like I can definitely see his point in it. Like, so if you want to take a religious stance on it, people believe that God made man in the perfect image, right?
Yeah.
So you're supposedly the perfect image of God. I'm not very fluent with like religion and stuff like that, but I do understand a good deal of it from visiting teachers because you taught. So that's one of the things that we talked about, because this was well before like being transgender was as big of an issue as it has been.
Yeah. It's just
Holy shit.
very much taking a forefront stance.
They're fucking everywhere!
You're getting spooked on by those slimes. I guess
Dude,
you're gonna have
I'm
to
gonna
kill them
die.
by your letter.
I
You're
know.
not gonna die, you'll be fine.
There's a lot though. So
Well, you have a partially broken sword.
yeah, it's fine. I'll survive, sort of. So he's telling, like, he looks at transgender as being like a form of body mutilation, and he made another point where, if you take a look at animals in the wild, they're in no way, shape, or form do animals give a shit. You know, they just kind of try to survive. Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
Run away.
He's faster than I am.
It's loud.
Ah! Ah! Oh god. Help. Ah! Retreat.
Don't run away. Don't run away.
I just need fucking ore, my dude.
Get some copper ore. You need, what, 15? And you already have one?
Yeah, and my quest for it expires soon. But yeah, out of
Go down, like,
the
fifth
kind of...
floor. You should find some copper down there.
I got one. So, to get out of this controversial topic, like, I can understand both sides of it, you know, like, I'm not gonna judge you for what you do with your body. Like, that's a right you have as a human being, is to do what you want with your body. And to counter-argue, you know, people look at tattoos as body mutilation. So, I mean, you do you, you know?
Let's just ignore circumcision as, you know, anything around there, because...
Well, I
whatever.
mean, my opinion on that, like, I sort of, I can take both sides, you know, but I feel like I should be allowed to have an opinion because I don't have a penis. You know, so I can't really say whether or not.
As the owner of a penis,
The owner.
Yeah, I don't understand necessarily why circumcision is such a predominant thing. I mean, I understand it as in it was always a thing. There's reasons for cleanliness, and there are reasons for just, well, this is the way my dad did it, so this is the way we're gonna do it, sort of thing.
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure that and the quote-unquote religious standpoint of it are the main, predominant reasons why it's still a thing. But it doesn't really make sense.
I
Unless
feel
you
you.
literally don't shower, cleanliness shouldn't be an issue.
I agree completely. So, we're out of time. So there's your controversial
on the subject
topic.
of you know, circumcision, we'll take that time to end this episode.
Enjoy your circumcisions.
This is Wix. I'm Ducky.
Blumpy.
And we outie. Have a good one.